Let's look at polynomial multiplication. So we're going to do a polynomial times another polynomial. So when we look at a problem like number 1, we want to think of it as distributing. Distributing the x and then distributing the 5. So every term in the first parenthesis is going to be multiplied by every term in the second set of parentheses. So let's start with this x. We're going to distribute the x first. X times x squared is x cubed. X times negative 5x is negative 5x squared. And then x times 25 is positive 25x. Now let's distribute the 5. I'm going to use a different color. 5 times x squared is positive 5x squared. 5 times negative 5x is negative 25x. And then 5 times 25 is 125. Now I combine like terms. So x cubed doesn't have a friend. It just stays x cubed. Nothing to combine that with. Negative 5x squared, positive 5x squared. Those cancel each other, so x squared is gone. Positive 25 and negative 25 also cancel each other. This won't always happen. This is just a special case. And then a constant, I have nothing to combine that constant with, so just bring it down. So my final answer simplified all the way down to x cubed plus 125. Let's try number 2. Okay, again, just think of the distributive property. So let's distribute this x. X times x squared is x cubed. X times 3x is positive 3x squared. And x times negative 5 is negative 5x. Let's go underneath. Negative 2 times x squared is negative 2x squared. Be careful, it's negative 2 as I multiply. Negative 2 times positive 3x is negative 6x. Be so careful with your positive and negatives. And then negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10. Let's combine some like terms. Again, x cubed is by itself, so just bring it down. Positive 3x squared and negative 2x squared gives me positive 1x squared. And then negative 5x and negative 6x gives me negative 11x. Again, be so careful with these signs. When you box the numbers or the terms, make sure you box their plus or negative sign, their positive or negative sign as well. And in that plus 10, just bring that down. Final answer, x cubed plus x squared minus 11x plus 10. Let's try just a couple more. All right, this one just a little bit harder since we're distributing this x squared instead of an x. So x squared times x squared, be careful, it's x to the 4th. X squared times negative 5x is negative 5x cubed. X squared times negative 2 is negative 2x squared. Distribute that 2. 2 times x squared is positive 2x squared. 2 times negative 5x is negative 10x. And 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Combine like terms. X to the 4th just stays x to the 4th. Negative 5x cubed just stays negative 5x cubed. Negative 2x squared and positive 2x squared cancel, go to 0. And then negative 10x, nothing to combine with that, so bring it down. And negative 4, nothing to combine with that constant, so just bring it down. Final answer. Let's try one that looks a little bit different. Okay, this special case is a binomial times a binomial, so we usually think of the FOIL method, but all that is just distribution. So 2x times 3x is 6x squared. Distribute that 2x times 5 is positive 10x. Distribute that 5. 5 times 3x is positive 15x. And 5 times 5 is 25. combine those middle terms. So I'm going to bring down that 6x squared. 10x plus 15x is positive 25x. And then bring down that plus 25 at the end. Final answer. So you can think of this as first, outer, inner, last, or you can think of it just as distributing. Let's try one more. All right, so a trinomial times a trinomial. So we have to distribute 3 times. We have to distribute the x squared, the negative y, and the positive z. So let's dive right in. Let's distribute that x squared. So x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times y is positive x squared y. And then x squared times negative z squared is negative x squared z squared. All right, let's distribute the negative y. Negative y times x is negative xy. We usually write them in alphabetical order. Negative y times positive y is negative y squared. And then negative y times negative z squared is positive y z squared. All right, now let's distribute that z. I'm going to do it in a different color because this is getting crazy. Z times x is positive xz. Again, we usually write it in alphabetical order. And then z times y is positive yz. And then z times negative z squared is negative z cubed. I'm going to change those to red because that's going to bother me at the end there. There we go. And the crazy part about this is that if you did it correctly, there will be no like terms, no matching terms. So that is actually your final answer, as crazy as it looks. So that is how to perform polynomial multiplication using the distributive property.